Hey, good day, my friends, and welcome to the Remarkable Man Show. Today, it's all about hitting the wall at 240 kilometers an hour, the death of the old self. Let's go.
Gentlemen, the world needs remarkable men. This is your time, and this is your show. I'm your host, Dwayne Klassen, and welcome to the Remarkable Man Show.
Yes, this is your time, and this is your show. Gentlemen, welcome to the Remarkable Man Show. I'm your host, Dwayne Klassen, and today it's all about an experience I had, a nightmare, if you will, and what it taught me about who I am, who I was, and where I'm going. So I have to bring you up to speed as to what's going on and why I am talking to you about this today. I had a very profound night about three nights ago. During the evening, or during my sleep, I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning to the most profound level of paralysis, of sleep paralysis in my left arm. My left arm was so asleep that it was completely paralyzed from the shoulder down. I woke up and I went to move and I couldn't. And I went to lift my arm and it felt like it was a foreign entity. It didn't feel like my arm. It was just a dead weight. And it was so shocking and so scary. I was in a panic. I went, what the hell? What the hell? And I felt no tingling sensation. Like, where it's asleep, but it's not completely asleep. And you can just kind of rub or do something and kind of wake it up. It wasn't that. It was like it was a pool noodle. I'm just flopping my left arm around going, no, come on. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm still half asleep as well, but I am freaking out at this moment. And I'm going, come on. And I'm lifting my arm. And if you've never felt paralysis before, to that degree, when you are holding your own arm or a limb and you can't feel the input, like you can't feel that your arm or your hand is gripping your wrist and you're just holding it, it feels so fucking strange. It is the strangest experience because your brain is trying to recalibrate what the hell's going on. And I'm in a panic, and I'm tapping my arm from the shoulder down. And as I'm sitting up, I slowly start to feel the tingles in my shoulder, and they start to work down. And now I can start to feel the rush. And I'm, oh, thank God. And here it comes, and it's coming on. And finally, it hits my fingertips, and I start to have mobility again. I start to feel my arm back again. It still feels very, very strange, but my arm is back again. Now, I go to the washroom. I'm going, what the hell was that? Because I don't recall sleeping in a strange position or anything like that. I go back to sleep and I have a dream. I'm dreaming that I'm on a movie set. And this movie set is for a production that involves high performance cars. Now there's a whole collection of high performance cars, almost like the movie with Nicolas Cage, Gone in 60 Seconds, or a Fast and the Furious or something. And we're on a break. Now, again, this is a dream, so things are weird. I find myself in the seat of a Shelby Super Snake, one of my favorite cars. And someone else gets in the passenger seat and we're going for a boot in between takes. I don't know who the person is. They're in my periphery. I don't see their face. I don't see, nothing familiar. But the next thing I know, I am on a residential street in my neighborhood, not too far from where I live, but I'm doing 240 kilometers an hour. I look at the speedometer and I go, oh, shit, I guess I shouldn't be doing 240 kilometers an hour. And the moment I have that revelation, the car goes out of control. Like, again, it's a dream. So things are happening, but I'm in that state where there's nothing I can do about it. I am now losing control of the car. And it's not like I'm going to hit pedestrians or oncoming cars. I just know I have no more control of what happens next. And it flashes before my eyes, and all I see is, again, the person in my periphery. They're not freaking out, or there's no panic or whatever, but I know I'm about to end this experience. And I hit a brick wall of a building at 240 kilometers an hour. The next thing I know, I am in the construct. You know, the one in the Matrix where they have the loading programs? It's that white room. I'm in it. But I know I'm in my own construct. And for the first time in my awareness, I recognize that we are living in a simulation, that I was popped out of a reality. Now I'm in this construct. And I'm going, what the hell? Because I just hit the wall and I'm still going, like I was just plucked. I was just pulled from that reality. And now what the hell's going on? What the hell is this? Where am I? I don't see anyone, but I can feel the presence of others. I'm not ready for this. Whatever this is, quote unquote, I'm in a panic. And I'm going, just like Neo. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I want out. I want out. And I could feel the visceral expression of my body not wanting to be in this situation because I'd still feel very much out of control. So as I'm saying that for the third time, all of a sudden I can feel my body falling. And then poof, I could feel my bed. Like I literally fell into my bed from about a foot. Like if my body was levitating a foot off my bed, poof, I fell. And I'm now fully awake. I'm telling you, brothers, my first thought was that was real. That just happened. That just happened. And I couldn't make sense of it. I'm like, what the fuck? What was that all about? It didn't feel like a dream. It felt like it all took place on another dimension, another realm of reality. As I was laying there, I'm like, oh, I couldn't get it out of my head. I couldn't get all the pieces out of my head. And then I attach it to the paralysis that I felt in my left arm. I'm going, what the hell was that about? And what the hell was this dream about? So the next morning, I sat in meditation to figure this shit out. So I wasn't just going to discount this. This was real. This happened. So in my meditation, I went to the construct and I connected to my higher self, to God, to consciousness, all that is, to make sense of what just happened. And I'm going to share with you what that was. The dream represented that I was moving fairly quickly through life, but I had this power, and it was represented in the super snake. It was uncontrolled power. It was unfocused energy. And I had to hit the wall. And what hit the wall was the old Dwayne, the small Dwayne, the Dwayne that could get him to this point. But the reality is that he wasn't capable of going to the next level of my life. I've got some big goals, big dreams, big possibilities, and I've got a mission and a purpose. But that Dwayne always saw that vision and purpose as a possibility, as a good idea, as, oh, wouldn't it be nice? But didn't have the wherewithal, the tenacity, the strength, the trueness of what I deem to be the remarkable man within. And I was going to languish in that energy for the rest of my life, being in that woulda, shoulda, coulda vibe, because he didn't have what it took to go to the next level. And so he relied on excuses and justifiers and limited thinking to get through his day. Source knew that in order for me to live my highest vision, that part of me had to die. But here's the piece that was always missing. I've always known about this idea of the self having to die, but it's like the spiritual notion. Oh yeah, it was the death of the self, or, oh yeah, that part of me died. But did it? Is it just something that we say to express how awake and aware we are? No, it's only until we accept it as a true death that Dwayne does not exist. He is not of this realm. He is gone. And a new Dwayne is come through. And that's what the construct was. The construct was the holding place, if you will, of the new self, recalibrating, getting programmed, if you will, of the next level up. But that was just the mental aspect of it. That was just the mental aspect. The physical aspect happened a couple hours earlier. And when I woke up, and this will really bake your noodle, when I got this, is that I woke up to the body not being completed yet. I woke up too soon and found that the last piece that wasn't fixed, or the last piece that was left to be ignited, was my left arm. And it hadn't been enlivened. And so I woke up to a dead arm. I woke up to a dead arm that hadn't had its life force put through. And I was awakened to that moment in time when that life force came through. Now, as I'm meditating on this, I realized that my left arm still wasn't feeling like it was truly mine. Something was really off. And it's really hard for me to put it into words because it just won't be conveyed to what I was really experiencing. And in order for it to engage, I thought, you know what, maybe I should go to the gym for this. I should go to the gym so that I can get both calibrated. And that's what it felt like. I felt like I was doing the weights to help my left arm learn from the right arm. Yeah, my brain was doing some weird shit. So it was recalibrated. So I share this, brothers, because I truly feel that there was a death of the old self. And this Dwayne has risen from the ashes of that accident. A new self has come through. And like a walk-in, I feel so alive. I feel so determined. I feel so focused on what I need to do. This episode of the Remarkable Man Show is a reflection of that. And it's a reflection of where I truly want to take this podcast, where I want to take my brand, where I want to take the Remarkable Man project. All the pieces of the puzzle are leveling up simply because I'm leveling up. And this is my promise to you, that I am this new, empowered, remarkable man. The old self had to die. And I want to make sure that I'm on notice with this to level up in every area of my life. And I share this because perhaps there's a moment in time where you feel too that their old self has to die in order for the new self that you need to be to get the shit done that you need to do. How many of you are hanging on to the story and allowing your excuses and justifiers to be the norm in your life when you don't do something that you know you're supposed to do? How is that showing up in your relationships? How's that showing up as being a father if you have children? How's that showing up in your work, your dreams, your side hustle, your physical fitness? All these pieces. It's going to require you to be a new man. The old self is going to have a very difficult time trying to just grow into being remarkable. There may be a time when it has to be shut down completely so that you're not bringing all that old baggage, that old self into something new. It has to be that dramatic. Now, you may be able to do this through meditation. You may be able to do this through practice and through workshops. They're out there. But look into how the old self may have to die. But you have to look at it that it's not just a spiritual nuance, but you have to look at it as a real death. Like you are not accepting any part of the old self into the new part because he doesn't exist. He can't have a say in this new realm of reality. So that's my lesson for you. And that's also my challenge for you. What part of you needs to die? Or is it the totality of you, of your isness, needs to die so that it allows the remarkable man within, the true essence, the 2.0 version of you, is to come alive, to be free, to express, and get shit done that you know you need to get done. I know this is a really deep conversation. I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback on it. If you've had an experience of the death of the self, what was yours? I would love to hear it. Let's get a conversation going in the comments. And if you want to watch the video version of the podcast, go to the Remarkable Man Project on YouTube and subscribe there. Help us with the channel. Leave a 5-star review. And let's get the Remarkable Man Show out to more and more people. Because the journey we're on, brothers, it matters. You matter. And if you want support, if you want to do a deeper dive and explore your coaching options, then I highly recommend that you book your Breakthrough Discovery Call. Click the link in the show notes, go to DwayneKlassen.com and book your Breakthrough Discovery Call today. Let's have a powerful conversation about where you want your next breakthrough. And get my book, The Remarkable Man, Champions to Women, Heroes to Children, and Brothers to Each Other. It is a game changer. It is the book that started this movement. Get your copy on Amazon today. I highly encourage you join us at the Remarkable Man Project School community. There you'll find the tools, the resources, and the brotherhood that you're looking for. It's free. Join us. Click the link in the show notes to be in the Remarkable Man Project School community today. Brothers, thanks for being here and letting me express about the death of the old self and the rise of the remarkable man within me. Have yourself the best day, and remember, you're not alone on the journey. At the Remarkable Man Project, we've got your back. We'll see you on the next episode of The Remarkable Man Show. Enjoy your day. Cheers.
Thank you for listening to the Remarkable Man Show podcast. If you like what you heard and you want to know more, go to DwayneKlassen.com for your free resources. As well, subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and most podcast platforms. And leave us a 5-star review to help grow the channel. Watch the video version on the Remarkable Man Project YouTube channel. Now get out there and be remarkable.